Greetings, everybody. LVW coming with another fantastic episode of Noob Sauce. Welcome to the farming episode. Alright, last episode we had some interesting interaction down below underground as we were looking for iron. And as you can tell, I got hurt pretty bad. Nearly died. I actually got down, I think, if I watched back the video, I think I got all the way down to like a half a heart. Right? And yeah, I did realize after watching the video that, yeah, I found my sticks that were in my inventory. So we definitely got to get farm going because I need to eat in order to heal. Let's get out of here. It's daytime. Our trees are growing. Ooh! Let's not have him blow us up because he will definitely kill us. Let's do the, let's pull him into the water and do the water trick. Come on. Remember, hit the spacebar key so you can jump. No, don't go back to land. Start doing your little hissy. Okay, good. No damage to me, no damage to him. I was far enough away. F5. By the way, to do this, change your camera view. Hit your F5 key, and it'll change it from this perspective. Let me back up into the water, and just to show you, back up a little bit more, so you can see what this looks like. This is me jumping up and down. This is what we call swimming in Minecraft. All right. Let me F5 from behind. Okay. All you're doing is just jumping up and down. It's essentially like wading in water. Alright, so that's what you're doing when you're doing that jumpy thing inside the water. Excuse me. Bit of a frog in my throat there, guys. Alright, let's start doing the farming stuff. Technically, we've already really been farming because we've been collecting resources. That's a style of farming, but we actually want to farm. So, we've let these items grow up. As you can see, the wheat that we planted from the seeds has started to grow. There's different stages, and the final stage for the wheat is this like off brown kind of color. This means that this wheat has reached full maturity, full age, and we can actually now farm it and collect it. All right. So we always get a piece of wheat, and occasionally we'll get seeds. Most times you usually will, but there is occasionally when you won't actually get a single seed. It does happen. That allows us to replant that wheat piece. All right. So we're going to collect this stuff first. Oh, let me show you this, by the way. Something you need to be mindful when you have farm stuff. Collected the wheat, and I replanted the seed so I can grow more wheat. Then we go get the hoe. Where's my hole? Okay. Let's pick up the hoe. Where are you? I know you're in here somewhere. Okay. If I go over to a block and turn it into tilled earth, farmland, all right? If I walk on it, it won't do anything. It's good. See, I'm not doing anything. But if I it didn't jump there. If I jump on it, see what happened there? You actually turn the farmland back into dirt. So when you're like, oh, if you do what I got here, be careful of jumping down or falling down because that will potentially break the farm. Because if you have wheat here planted and it's not fully grown yet, you'll get the seed back, but you won't get anything else out of it. So try not to break your tilled earth. Alright, so we got 6 more seeds and some wheat. Now let me show what you can do with 3 pieces of this wheat. I'm going to hold on to 2 of it. Go over to your crafting grid. Take 3 pieces of wheat. Put it 3 across, doesn't matter which slot. You're going to create an item called bread. That's a food item. Alright. So I can eat this. And I believe it's 2.5 honks that'll give me back. And it's an okay saturation, not the best, but it's enough. See, now it's already starting to go down. I'm down half. Give it a heal, and again, now I'm down 1.5, and I should stop my healing generation. But at least I got a couple more health, which is good. Now, let's get a bucket of water. So to collect water, all you have to do is point a bucket at a water source, right-click it, and you collect a bucket of water. Right? Now, if you have 3 water sources next to each other, in other words, say like this L, this water source, and that water source, and you take it from the middle, it'll reform. If you have 3 sources in a row, like water source, and a water source, I'll show you in a minute. It'll also do the same thing. If I take it from the end, it won't reform. It won't become what's called an infinite water source. Here it will because it's a very large body of water. All right, so we have our bucket of water. Now we need to make a farm. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of dirt, and I don't have a flat area to make a large farm with. So, what I'm going to do is I'll make a quick, down and dirty, basic little farm. I'm going to plant a block down, 8 blocks, in a kind of a 9 by 9 formation, 3 by 3, 9 blocks. I'm going to take my water source and put it right here in the middle. Farming, tilled earth will be saturated 4 blocks from any given water source. So if I go out 4 blocks from this water source, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and I till all of this dirt, it will stay saturated, it will stay farmland. But if I till a piece of dirt that's outside of this block, it'll get tilled, but it won't stay tilled. So watch. I'll till that one. I'm going to till these here. I'm starting to lose the night here, guys. All right, I'm going to plant these seeds here. I'm going to put a torch here for right now. Okay. So now I'm starting a farm. Actually, eventually what I want to do when I get more dirt, I'm going to have this as 9 blocks by 9 blocks with the water source in the center. So, I'm not going to sit here and watch. We'll come back. One of the things I want to do next is I want to go farm that sheep real quick before mobs come in. So we want those shears back. Going into danger. There's the Enderman. He's walking about doing his thing. There's a zombie just formed over there. Let me get my sword out. Okay. Swimming, swimming, we are swimming. Skeleton, zombie. You really have to learn to look around as you play the game. Alright, we're going to take the shears. See that sheep guy? We're going to right click him with the shears and watch what happens. Snip. He dropped his wool. We cut his wool off of him. And now we're going to pick that up and get a few recipes out of there. What did we get? We got 3 pieces. That's perfect. That's just what I wanted. So I can show you this next thing. Let's get out of here before we get attacked by something nasty. Let's swim back home. Musical interlude. Well, that's some deep rivers. Okay. Well, look at all those nasties forming over there. That's what a good desert is for, man. You want to go hunting for monsters? Go to a desert. All kinds of nasty stuff come out here. Okay. Now, this next thing we're going to make is called a bed. You can only sleep at nighttime. And what it does is if you place a bed down and you sleep in the bed, it'll advance the clock through the night cycle. And if you get into bed before the actual night cycle truly begins, I apologize for that. That's somebody that's the alarm letting me know there's somebody here at the house. It won't actually allow the creatures to form at night, the nasties. Alright, so let's get this crafted up. You need 3 planks and 3 wool to make a bed. So let's make up some planks. So we have 3 planks. We're going to put it across there like that. We're going to take out 3 wool, doesn't matter what color it is. Put it across the top of that. So we have a wooden frame and our mattress, essentially. And what we get here is we get the white bed. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place this down. You know what? Let's you need 2 blocks for this, by the way. and you need a block space to get out of the bed. So we're going to place the bed down. There we go. And we're going to get an achievement, an advancement when we do this, because we're going to reset our spawn point. Ready? So all you're going to do is right click on the bed, and you're going to hop into the bed. And look at that. We got advancement, Sweet Dreams. All right. Now it's going to go through the night cycle. We're going to wake up and get out of bed all happy. And see, Sweet Dreams, change your respawn point. That's all you're doing when you first sleep in a bed. Again, I apologize about the alarm. That's all you do is you change in the spawn. Because remember, when we spawned into the world, we were over in there somewhere. But now, if we die, we'll spawn right here next to this bed. All right, so that's what we just did. So that, because this is our home, we don't want to spawn all the way over there and potentially lose our stuff. We want to spawn in our home where we're nice and safe, and hopefully where all our stuff is. All right, so we now have a bed. We have reset our spawn point. Okay, so let's go over here and check out the. Okay, now see here, in the process of doing what we did to go get the wall and make the bed, see that dirt block? Remember, I tilled that because it's 5 blocks out from that water source. It's no longer able to be saturated, so it dried up and became dirt block again. So when you build your farms, make sure you don't go any more than 4 blocks out from the center. So this will be actually 9 total blocks here, 9 total blocks here for 80 farmland plots. It's not 81, because 9 times 9 is 81, because you take out the center one for the water source. So it's actually only 80 blocks that's farmable. I will have to collect more and create this farm as we go along. For now, I got this started so I can get wheat. I need wheat for myself to make bread, and I also need it so I can start collecting the other animals. Animals love to eat just like we do. And one of the things that some of the animals eat is wheat. And 2 of those animals are over here as we go swimming yet again. I should really make a boat. But for now, we'll just swim. Swimming, 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 swimming. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's take us another sip. Okay. Alrighty. Next we have, there's the sheep we shared. Sheep and cows like wheat. Ooh. The skeleton died. Oh, sometimes when the skeletons, that's the mooing, and zombies died naturally, they occasionally will drop their drops. A skeleton must have died here and dropped his bones. So I'm collecting it. Why not? Now, if I put this wheat in my hand, notice the sheep took notice because, hey, look, you have food for me. I want you to feed me. Feed me. That's what its little face is saying. Feed me. So what I could do with this is I could actually lead these guys around a little bit. As long as they don't lose attention, I can lead these guys around. I can put them in like a little hole or something, or a fenced-in area, and then I can breed these guys. All right. So while we're here, I'm going to clear off this little area, get some more seeds for us so we can plant over in our little farm. Okay. Pigs don't like wheat. And then we got a cow here. What I'm going to do here, okay, we got 2 cows. What I'm going to do here is, I should use a shovel, but I don't want to lose these guys' attention. I'm going to create, okay, pig. I'm going to create a little hole here. Break. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, oh, cows are in, so, I'm getting everybody now. All right, I'm going to have to get their attention out of here. Okay, that's fine. Good. All right. So that I got 1 cow in it, 1 pig in it. This is just a quick way of holding these guys so they don't go away. All right. A little bit of hole here. Now I can nudge this guy, push him into the hole. He won't take any damage because there's only 2 block drop. Mr. Pig, you should be in a separate hole. Okay, let's see if we get this guy's attention. Okay, good. We got him back. Let's get him into the hole. Okay, push him in. Push him in. Push him in. Come on, get in. Okay, we got 2 sheep in there. Why not? Get in the hole. Get in the hole. There you go. You're all friends now, right? Okay. Alright. I got 2 pigs here. I can actually... Alright, I'm not going to use my sword, because if I use my sword, I can actually hurt the cow. I don't want to hurt the cow that's in there. I want to get the pig out of there. I could, instead of killing him, move him over. I could do that. Why do I do that instead of killing this guy? Let's make another little hole for him. I need carrots, though, for pigs. Pigs like carrots. Okay. I gotta move. There he goes. He's gonna move over, which is good. He's trying to find his way out. He doesn't want to be in this hole. I mean, do you want to be in this hole? No. So, okay, we got him to move over. Let's go get another cow. A cow, don't matter which. Okay, we got another cow. Rabbits like carrots too, by the way. Okay, come on, you. Come over to Betsy. Betsy, meet Betsy. Okay, we're gonna push you in. Push you in. Okay, now what I'm gonna do here, I got these 2 pieces. I'm actually gonna breed these guys. Once again, we're doing the farming thing. So I'm gonna feed one cow. See the little love hearts there? Okay, that means he or she, it, whatever, is in the mood. Okay. And we're going to point at the other cow that we didn't feed and feed that cow. He gets little love hearts. And they get doing their whatever, their little conversing, talking, whatever it is they're doing. We got another advancement. The parrots and the bats. Breed 2 animals together. So we basically advanced ourselves. We are now farming not only our wheat and food, that source, but we also are farming our animals as also a food source. And in case of cows, a leather source. Alright, I'm going to plunk a torch down right here to remind me that I got these guys in these little holes. You got to be careful though. Eventually what will happen is these guys will push themselves off into these holes and kill each other. So you got to really be careful about doing what this is. This is just to collect them so I have them now. So when I can actually build a proper farm area for them, I can actually move them in. Alright guys? So that is, we actually managed to get at least 1 pig in a hole too, but I don't have any carrots for them, and the only way to get carrots is to either find it in a dungeon, in a village, or get it off of a zombie. One of the low rated drops is carrots and even potatoes from a zombie. So if you can't find a village or a dungeon or something where they have chests where you can find this stuff in, if you kill enough zombies, eventually they will drop a carrot and or a potato, so that you can farm your other seed-type products for your farms. All right, guys. All right, so let's go. Let's get out of here. We got the animals. We bred them, so we started that animal farm. We started our plantable farm. Let's go over and finish some of the other. Whoop, take a dip. Now here, as you can see, when we planted the sugarcane, it grew up. As I explained when we were looking at the sugarcane over there, as you can see, it grew up there too. It has advanced itself. I got to explain the cactus a little bit too. So now we can harvest this. I don't take the bottom one. I always leave the bottom one so it continues to grow for me. I look at the second stalk on each one and just simply punch it. Come on, get up there. And I collect 2 for each one. And this way I don't have to replant this because it's already here, so it's going to continually grow. Now what you can do with that is you can craft sugar out of this. Okay, for each sugar cane you put in, you get 1 sugar out of it. But believe it or not, you can also get what's called sugar paper. Of course, in the game they just call it paper. If I go over to the crafting grid, because I need a 3x3, and I take 3 pieces of sugar cane and put it down across like this, I make paper, which will come in handy later on. Okay, and we'll go over that when that time comes up. We explain something about this, these cactuses. Okay, you can harvest these at any one of these top, middle. If you harvest the bottom, though, it harvests the entire stalk. All right. The thing about cactus is not only will you take damage from it, but if you take, that's a skeleton somewhere. Must be underground. If you throw something or something hits this or lands on it, it's going to destroy the item. So here, I'll take this 1 piece of harvested cactus. I'm going to throw it using my Q key. Throw it onto the cactus. and notice it disappears. The cactus destroyed that item. I can never get that item back. So out of that harvest, I only got one now because I accidentally destroyed one, or in this case, purposely destroyed one. All right, so you have to be mindful when you're harvesting around cactus that you don't accidentally destroy what you're trying to harvest. Why am I harvesting cactus? About the only good thing a cactus really is good for is dyes, green dye, and that'll be covered later, much later in the game as we advance, of course. I'm just trying to collect stuff now since we have it and get it set up for future videos. All right. You can also actually use that feature of it destroying stuff to get rid of things you don't want anymore too. So it's a good way to make a disposable garbage can that doesn't take up memory, because you throw something on the ground, it stays there, and it takes up memory space because it's an item. Throw it into the cactus, it destroys it, it takes it out of the computer's memory. For most people, that's not an issue, but for some, it is. Okay, so we have now covered the basic farm materials. When you create these farms, these 9x9 farms, there's a way you want to set up the lighting, right? And I'm going to go off and collect some dirt and get this as a 9x9 grid, and then I'll come back and show you what the final grid will look like. All right, guys, so we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. I've got the 9x9 grid of farmland set up. So once again, I had to go get, because I need 80 pieces of land in order to make this farm. This is not going to stay here, by the way, or chances are it shouldn't. So this is what it looks like, 9 blocks by 9 blocks with the water source in the middle. Every one of these blocks will be farmable and will stay farmable and saturated because of this water block. All right. Now to set up the torches around, I put out these wooden planks to help show you the guide. Is it raining? It must be raining. To show you what the guide would be for placement of the torches. I actually need to make a couple more torches here. So I need okay. Yeah, that's good enough right now. Let's get these. So each one of these blocks, you wear each one of these blocks at the corner, the 5th block from the water source. Put a torch here, there, here, 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 of course here and here. And what that does is it guarantees that there is a light source completely surrounding the entire farm field. So even at nighttime, there is a continual level of light to here. And in the middle, I also like to put something. So since I put a light source in the middle to guarantee all around light source, I'll put a block there, usually a crafting table. But you have to be careful. If you put, here, let me get this out here. Let me put this bucket of water here. If I try to put this crafting table down in that water source, because I want to have actually sitting above it, if I place this, it actually will go into the water source and delete the water source. So it actually will replace it. So notice the water source is gone. That's not good because we want to keep that farmland. So what you're going to want to do is a little bit of a trick. If you already have things planted, all you have to do is, if you see that little box that's surrounding as I'm looking at that wheat, if I right click on that box as I'm pointing to it and place the block, it'll actually will place my crafting bench or any other block that you choose above the water. It will not take out that water source because you can just barely see it. Underneath it is the water source. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift, so I'm crouching. Remember, if you F3, see how I'm crouching? Look, crouch. Okay, even F5. And then I place, right click on top of this, I will place a torch on here. Okay, this is guaranteed light all around this entire farm. Alrighty. Okay, guys. So that's the basics of farming at this point. You already know about the sugarcane. We covered the cactus, wheat. Once we get potatoes and carrots, that also will go in these tilled earth slots. And there's another one called beetroot, which is a 4th one that can go in these plots. Just remember, whatever farmland shape you make, you can only go 4 blocks out from any given water source. And it has to be on the same level. In other words, I couldn't actually like till this earth and expect that water source to affect it, because it won't. The tilled earth has to be on the same level as the water source is on. We covered quickly at the moment the animals. We'll go further into the animal farming as we advance through the game and get to build actual stuff for them. All right, guys. All right, so that's it for this episode. We have our food source started. It's only bread for now, but at least it's the start. We have our sugar cane starts. We have sugar and paper. And we have some animals captured, so we can start breeding them up to get food, because pigs give you pork, cows give you beef, sheep give you mutton. Okay, but cows also will give you leather, which you can make into books or armor, and sheep give you their wool. All right, so you can craft other things like that, and that's the start of our farming. So we've progressed from the wood, the stone, even iron, and now we're into our farming era. So we're getting there. We're getting a good jump on the game. All right. So as you learn these simple, quick little basics of these first few nights, as you play the game, you actually will quickly advance through this stuff. These episodes are usually about anywhere from 20 to 30-minute length. But as you play it longer, you get quicker at it, and you just go about and do it, and it's done. Before you realize it, you're moving on to a more advanced stuff for building and everything else. All right. So, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, and we'll see you in the next episode. Y'all take care now. Bye.